Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kevin's Corner. I am your host, Kevin Horner. I'm sorry, I'm calling you from my home office. You're probably already sick of hearing about the coronavirus, but of course, for where we work and the work that we work with a lot of vulnerable populations, elderly clients, etc. And unfortunately, I have what I'm very certain is just a common cold. However, of course, I'm going to work from home and not try to put anybody at risk. So I apologize for my voice a little bit. But the reason why I want to talk to you all today is because obviously you're probably sick of hearing about the coronavirus, but since it does impact what we do in a very specific way, and most people are worried about themselves and the symptomology and what they're supposed to be looking for, I wanted to talk about a couple of things with regards to nursing homes. Now, as I've already said, and you all know at this point, the disease itself has a huge range of impact severity. For young kids, healthy adults, etc., it may have virtually no impact at all, which is why it is so dangerous, because we're spreading it because people don't even know they have it. Or that's the theory, I guess, at this point. And of course, where we do know it's more severe is with older adults who are already sick, have respiratory infections or other illnesses, and how it impacts them. So that's the part I want to talk about, because that affects our elderly loved ones who are in nursing homes. And actually, of course, everyone is rolling out policies for this because we'd figure out how to handle it. But the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services came out with a revised policy yesterday afternoon about what to do with nursing home visits. So, of course, in a nursing home situation, you have a number of individuals who are residing there and their staff at all times. And so, of course, all of them are trying to step up their games as far as cleanliness, making sure to do more routine cleanings of things of that nature. But they're also trying to change their policies for visitors. Now, if it's not of a medically required nature, in other words, the doctor has to come to provide some service for a patient, that obviously is going to be okay in all situations. But what they're trying to do is to reduce, and I have the fuller policy in front of me here. What they're trying to reduce is the number of people who have come for social reasons, to visit family and so on. So the new rules are essentially as follows. If you are one of essentially these individuals, you shouldn't go to a nursing home unless it's some form of an emergency. For example, in the 2 weeks before you go, you travel to any country with sustained community transition. As of yesterday, that's China, Iran, Italy, South Korea, and Japan. You should not go if you've been in contact in the past 2 weeks with someone who either has the coronavirus or is under investigation for it, or is ill with a respiratory illness, such as I'm staying at home. That one's probably going to affect a lot of people. Also, if you have the symptoms of any kind of a respiratory infection, fever, cough, shortness of breath, etc., in other words, there's a fear that you could be that person, then you shouldn't go. And then finally, if you are residing, this one's going to be fairly big, residing in a community which has a community-based spread of the coronavirus. Well, if you've been following the news in Houston, Mayor Turner yesterday made a 7-day state of emergency for Houston, and there is a community-based case, or community-based spread case, I should say, in Montgomery County. So, unfortunately, that means you could live in an area where there is a confirmed community-based case, which is obviously going to severely impact a lot of people. And, of course, beyond that, if you are healthy right now, it is being discouraged to go and visit people in the nursing home because of the situation I described earlier. You could be completely healthy, but also have the disease or be a carrier for it, and then bring it to someone who it will not go so well for. So, those are obviously it's been a difficult couple of weeks dealing with this. It's very severe for people. We're still trying to figure it out. But the other aspect of this that I don't think should get lost with regards to nursing homes is we already had a problem, a long-standing problem, of having people go to a facility like this and being isolated, being stuck on their own, and dealing with the negative ramifications of that. And that's a problem. You don't want to avoid your loved ones in a moment like this because of the disease alone. So, as the center has reminded people, this is a great time to go old-fashioned and pick up the phone. Or if someone's maybe hard of hearing, if you already have a smartphone with that person, perhaps you can do Zoom conferences. You can do other things to call, to reach out to your loved one, to make sure they're okay, to keep keep them from being too isolated while hopefully avoiding or minimizing any kind of contamination or spread of the disease. The other thing that a lot of the nursing homes is trying to do is they're going to have meetings not in the actual residences' rooms. They're going to try to have one, so to speak, super clean room and only have meetings in that quote-unquote clean room. So those things will hopefully work to prevent or lessen the spread of the disease, especially for that population. So especially as time goes by, this is going to have an impact on that population. I won't say too much with regards to actually estate planning. It is however, a good reminder of how much time we maybe not actually have. And so it's a good thing to remember to be as prepared as you can for things like this. So if you have any questions or need anything of this, you can call our office. I will probably not be there, but you can call our office or go to our website, GalliganManning.com, and of course I'll be available by email. So thank you very much. I hope you all stay healthy and well, as to your families, and just good luck with all the things going on with the coronavirus.